Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be continuing with our bug theme, and we are going to be making some fireflies in a jar. So the media that you're going to need for this project is going to be Sharpie, crayons, watercolor, and salt. You probably want to start your drawing with a pencil and then maybe switch to your Sharpie and outline those lines. Miss Masterson always likes to draw with her Sharpie though, so it's up to you what you do. We are going to start by drawing the jar that these are going to be in. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Sharpie. If I were you, I would get a pencil, just in case you mess up. You can fix it, right? And I'm going to do a oval at the top to start off this jar. Now, Miss Masterson has her paper landscape, but if I were you, I would have mine portrait, which means long ways up and down. That will give you more room to draw. Miss Masterson just does hers landscape because it needs to fit in the video, okay? So, after we have that oval at the top, this is gonna be the jar lid, okay? So we're gonna go one little bump, two little bumps, and three. Same thing on this side. 1, 2, and 3. This again is our lid. We're going to connect those last two. And if you want to, you can do just a little bit of a line in there for that jar lid, okay? Now, our jar is going to come out a little bit. It's kind of like a mason jar. So it's going to come out, straight down, curve back, okay? Let me scoot it up so you can see. Same thing on this side. Out, straight down, curve back. And then we're going to connect these two bottom lines. So there's our mason jar to start with. We are now going to make our little lightning bugs, and it's up to you how many you want to make. Miss Masterson's probably going to do 3. So it's a little oval. I'm going to fill that oval in, give them a couple little antennas. I'm going to do their wings, so they're going to be little, kind of like triangles. Triangle, back up, triangle, and then I'm just going to curve this little part right here. That's going to be their bottom, okay? Now you want to keep them kind of far apart because we're going to do a yellow ring around them so that they look like they're lighting up. All right, we're going to come over here, do that oval. Fill it in, antennas, triangle for a wing, triangle for a wing, round out the bottom, and one more, oval, triangle, triangle, round it out, oh, and let's not forget our antennas, right? Okay, now at this point, you can grab your crayons. We are going to need a yellow, an orange, and maybe just a little bit of a blue. And Miss Masterson has kind of a blue-green. So my blue-green, actually let's use our yellow first. Yellow is going to be the light around. So I'm just drawing a circle around my lightning bugs. All the way around. Creating that ring. Okay, because they're going to glow in the jar. Now I would even kind of fill this in so that it looks like a bright light coming off of these little guys. Okay, filling in. Same on this one. And we're going to kind of do something fun in the jar. So filling in, filling in. Same up here. Okay, so they're filled in yellow. I would also fill in their little bottom area with the yellow because that's the part that lights up. We're going to do a little bit of orange in there, just a little. Just kind of make a little ring around it. Kind of looks like it's glowing, right? And a little ring around this one. Can you guys hear my husband working on the deck? He's using the saw right now. Okay, little orange, little orange, little orange. Take a little bit of blue, and we are just very lightly, very, very, very lightly gonna fill in the wings. Very light. So to color light means you don't press hard when you color. Okay, so colored in a little bit of the blue. Gonna take that gray, because typically mason jars have a nice silver lid. Or sometimes they're gold. So if you have a gold crayon and you'd rather have a gold lid, I'm okay with that. Feel free. All of Miss Masterson's are typically silver though. So filled in, colored that in really nicely. And now I'm gonna take my green crayon and I'm just gonna make some grass kind of around the jar so it's little zigzags. So we're using the element of line and color all at the same time. So just making some little zigzags going all the way around. So it's kind of making it look like the jar is sitting in the grass. Going over here with some little zigzags as well. So just kind of filled it up. At this point, you're gonna need that salt, and we are gonna get some blue and maybe some purple for the sky part that we're gonna put inside of the jar. So, watercolor time, and we are going to get your watercolors, get it wet, and you kind of want to stay away from your fireflies. The crayon will help that. So that's kind of why we did the crayon around them as well instead of painting that yellow circle. So I'm gonna start to fill in. And again, this is gonna be like my night sky inside the jar. So filling in. And if you want more than one color, you can have some purple in there. This is Miss Masterson's blue. So purple would be good in here. I don't know how much black I would put in here. I think it's nicer to just kind of keep it a darker blue. And we're just filling in all the way around. You got to be careful as you're painting. You don't want to paint into the light that your little fireflies are giving off, right? Get a little more water. Here we go. All the way around. And like I said, if you want to come back in with a little bit of purple, you can. So I'd paint the blue all first, and then maybe start to add a little bit of purple here and there. Kind of makes it have just a little different look. And I'm just dipping right back in from the same puddle that we already created. And at this point, I'm gonna take my salt. I'm gonna kind of sprinkle just a little bit with the salt shaker. You can see that it's kind of landing on there. That's gonna give us kind of a starry look. I am gonna brush the salt off of the grass. I don't want the same look on my grass. And now I'm gonna take my green and I'm gonna fill in all around the jar with my green. Oh, didn't clean my brush very good. You see that? Make sure you clean your brush good. So I'm gonna clean my brush out again. Come back over here to the green. Hopefully it's a little better. Clean it out one more time. There we go. And then I'm gonna paint green all the way around. So just filling in that green, because this is the grass that it's sitting in. These would also look very pretty if you just wanted to stop with the jar and cut that jar out, have it as its own thing. All right, so filling this up the rest of the way. And you don't have to paint as fast as Miss Masterson. I'm just trying not to make your video too super long. All right, so that's about it, boys and girls. I hope you have fun with these lightning bugs in your jar. Can't wait to see them. Hope you guys are doing great. Miss you. Bye.